Hola UP everybody, good evening. How's everyone doing tonight? Oh boy, there's cat hair in my ski. Okay, it's gone. Let me just finish mixing my snack before we begin. Took a while because my printer was being a little bitch. Okay, done. We can actually begin now. So first off, I need to decrease. Let's get the sound on. And I just realized, like, the stream has like a few seconds delay, but I think that's a native YouTube thing. And I just realized my sound was double. Please forgive me on that. Okay, so welcome everybody, good evening to Umineko, and also the last stream I'll make before I go on a little break for like a week or two. Which I guess for the people who only watch Umineko on YouTube, it's like a week more that you'll have to wait. But yeah, I'll say it's like 1 or 2 weeks, but I'll see how things run, because the 2 weeks break that I want to make is just so that I can get some stuff sorted. And like hustling before streaming hour was not something that I was really keen about when it comes to these things in particular. I want to get sorted. Like, it's super important things. It's like future affecting, because I'm going to get stuff sorted so that I can begin working as a freelancer. And yeah, you need to do like tax stuff and job center stuff, and I want to get all of that sorted peacefully, and also prepare like my shops and Patreon and all of that before I begin. So that's why I was like, yeah, maybe I'll take a week or two a break from streaming, or maybe 3, depending how it goes. It's also because just to get a little bit more of room to rest a little bit, because I've noticed in previous streams I've been less how do you say it? I've been less quippy. Less enthusiastic about things, just a little bit tired. So just so you know in advance. All right, because I already took a while to get online, let me just get to the recap real quick, and also it's for me, it's important that I recap for myself, and like, because this time I actually had to check the VOD to see what actually happened, because I actually forgot. I legit forgot what happened in the last episode. In the last stream. I forgot. Just straight up forgot. Like, and then I checked and I was like, oh, okay, so basically all we got was Beato and Beato Adventures, and Canon talking to Jessica and being like, oh yeah, so my sister and I are probably gonna try to kill each other, and she's like, oh. And then there was a white light, and we don't know where she went. That's essentially what happened. Hey yo Yuppie, hello Kumamaro, and hello Olivia, how you doing, both of you? Ah yes, Kumasawa, my beloved.
お父様が甘いものをお好きだといいのですが。
ええ、お好きですもの。甘いものに限らず、何でもよくお召し上がりになりますよ。
Yes, he is a glutton. He eats everything. After waiting for the master of the rune to be out, Beato and Kumasawa entered the study. Then they quickly cleaned up the books on the desk, set down the basket they had brought there, and opened it up. Inside were several cute cookies cut out in a butterfly shape. They set out a pretty plate and neatly arranged the cookies on it. It was the kind of subtle conscientious touch. For the love of gods, I'm so sorry. Conscientious touch that the Reese-type was likely to even notice. The whole arrangement was filled with that sort of feeling. What does conscientious mean?
お父様とやらのために精が出るな。
What does that mean? Help!
今の私に許されていることはこんなことくらいですので。わらわがバトラにクッキーをか。なぜに夜の支配者であるわらわが稀な客人であるバトラにそこまで尽くすのかわからぬ。
Well, you don't give cookies, you give something else. Like meat, if you will. Oh, then the study door swung violently open. I don't like this. I don't like this. It was Batra with Genji by his side. Batra's eyes went wide for a second when he saw Beato there, but his expression quickly went blank again.
ここで何をしている?
Let her live!
お父様、失礼。決して大切なゲームの邪魔に来たわけでは。
どうしてここに入れた? ここには鍵がかかっていたはず。
申し訳ございません。親方様に内密で差し入れをお届けしたいとのことで。
Oh God.
私が鍵。
ほら、見てあげてくださいませ。親方様に喜んでもらおうと、ベアトリーチェ様が一生懸命クッキーを焼いたんですよ。
He's not going to eat them. Watch.
熊沢さんと源氏さんに習いました。源氏さんがクッキーを焼くのがお上手だったなんて、とても驚きました。
Genji-san is good at baking. I wonder why.
最近は全然ですけど、昔の源氏さんはそれはもういろいろなお料理を作ってくれたんですよ。特にお菓子作りはお上手で。
So you're basically telling me that
クッキー?
it was as good as you know who?
はい。
Eat the cookies, Battle. Don't be a little
お
shit.
父様への差し入れです。大切なゲームの必勝を心よりお祈りいたしております。
Battler looked at the plate on the study desk that was piled up with beautiful cookies and the message card of encouragement lying next to it. And his face twisted with a complex expression, which might have been one of sadness and might have been one of hatred.
親方様。
Don't be a little shit. Genji urged him to consider saying some words of gratitude to Beato. He's like, don't be an ass. Just say thanks. It's not that hard. Battler understood. Anyone would be pleased to receive an act of kindness like this. Kindness, sorry, not kindness. Even though he understood it logically, he couldn't help but give a small, exasperated sigh.
ありがとう。感謝する。だが甘いものは苦手だ。
Liar!
下げて。
親方様。
Oh my god, you ass! Now listen to me! I will appreciate Moetrice's cookies. You don't
同じこと
deserve
をもう
them.
一度言わせるな。片付けて下がってくれ。
親方様、せめて一口お口に運ばれるわけには参りませんか。ベアトリーチェ様が親方様のためを思いこしらえたものでございます。
気持ちはありがたく受け取っておく。今は大切なゲームの最中だ。
Oh my
俺
god.
にとってもベアトにとっても大切な最後のゲームなんだ。だから頼む。俺の心をかき乱すような真似は慎んでくれ。
それはあまりにもひどうございます。
Yeah, don't be an
気持ちは
ass.
感謝する。大い。しかしそれをせめて一口お召しになる形ではお示しできませんか。
Eat, my guy, just eat.
お父様。
Beato looked at Battler sadly. Battler hung his head to avoid her gaze. The expression on his face caused Beato more pain than any he had shown her before. Genji's like, oh, come on, eat the cookies.
熊沢、それを片付け、下がるように。
I will eat them. If Battler will not eat them, then I will.
親方様。
Well, at least he didn't. Wait. The emoji window was covering the text a little bit. There it is. Like the emoji window on my window. Well, at least he didn't smash them. Yet. Yes! Punch him! Kumasawa clung to Battler, but he turned his back to her.
失礼しました。片付けましょう、熊沢さん。
そういうわけには参りません。大切なゲームに少しでも力添えしたいベアトリーチェ様が、せめてこのような形でもお力になりたいと、それを一口さえせずに下げろとは、女をバカにするにも程がございます。
Yes, Kumasawa's like, respect women!
熊沢、
親方様も男ならば、女の手作りの差し入れに、せめてどうか一口で結構でございますので、
Yes,
お手
tell
をつ
him.
けてくださいまし。
I actually like how mad she is. I think that's the first time I've heard Kumasawa be so mad and upset. Tell him.
女の気持ちを踏みにじろうというおつもりでしたら、殺されたってここは引きませんよ。ええ、引きません。
Queen. She's such a queen. Kumasawa-san supremacy. Kumasawa nation. Rise up.
もう結構ですから。
そういうわけには参りません。親方様、これに毒でも入っているとお思いですか？
Yeah. If Beato ever came to give me cookies, of course I figured that she'd put some kind of crazy poison in them. And she's asking me if I think there's poison in these. Who would expect that cookies piled up in such a neat and cute way could possibly have something bizarre hidden inside them? You. And anyway, you could possibly imagine Beato making something like this. Because of that, Patrick couldn't bear to look at Beato's innocent reaction, which was completely free from any malicious thoughts like slipping poison into cookies. Essa cena do flashback. Não sei. Não sei, tô lendo pela primeira vez. Beato quietly started to clean up. Every now and then she sniffled. Kumasawa continued to glare at Battler, but she then gave a small sigh and helped Beato clean up. However, the hardness didn't disappear from her expression.
失礼しました。お父様、それでは失礼いたします。
呼ぶな。俺はお父様と呼ぶな。
It's like, don't call me father, you're making this weird.
ベアトは俺をそんな呼び方をしたことは。
はい。失礼いたしました。
Hanging her head so low that her chin touched her chest, Beato hurried out of the study. After giving Battler a look, Kumasawa chased after her. Kumasawa's like, you are a terrible young man. Little shit. I shouldn't even call you a man. Little shit. Kumasawa threw the door open a bit violently, and the footsteps of the pair rapidly disappeared off into the distance. Holy shit, he actually pissed off Kumasawa. If you pissed off Kumasawa, then something is very wrong with you. These chick Beata and witch battler scenes are always so hard to watch. They are! It's such a pain!
実の妹が言うのもなんだけど。
It's making you want to, like, a part of me is like, Kumasawa, I'm like upset, but at the same time, like, I get it. I get it.
相手がベアトでさえなければ素直に女の敵と言えるのにか
If she were anyone other than Beato, you'd think of him as a true enemy of women. That is a statement.
私はお兄ちゃんとベアトがどうして慣れ合ってるのかさっぱり今思ってベアトは倒すべき私たちの最大の敵だと思ってる。でもだからといってあのお兄ちゃんの対応は女として愉快じゃないわ。
She's like, man, if you want to be an ass to Beato, like all previous games were fine, but this? Nah, this? Unacceptable.
バトラの気持ちも少しはわかるがな。
Like, yeah, that's what I mean. I get it, but at the same time, I'm also upset.
悲しいことだ。
Sad. It's just sad. If the circumstances weren't fine, if I didn't sympathize at all, I'd be like, no, fuck Battler, throw him in a blender. But like, I get it. It just hurts to read, but I get it. I still don't understand what kind of antagonism or connection there was between them. However, Onichan was probably viewing... However, Onichan probably viewed Beato as a friendly rival, if not something more. Onichan's reasons for defeating Beato isn't to destroy an enemy out of hatred. It feels like he wants to give a sincere answer to her questions. Yes. I can't deny the fact that their fight isn't based on hatred, but on a stronger emotion.
さらに言えば
Well, if it's not hatred, is there like something beyond hatred? We call this enemy to lovers trope.
あそこまで冷たくされてそれでもなおお兄ちゃんに尽くそうとするベアトも大したもんだわ。もう一人の姉のベアトと私も同意見よ。どうしてお兄ちゃんにあそこまで尽くすのか理解できないわ。そしてその理解できぬ要素は1000年を経て変化を遂げるとはいえ。
Wait, I think I'm going to fix a little bit on the stream setup. Not anything that's going to change on the overlay, no worries. It's just that the new UI for YouTube chat is a little bit annoying because there's on OBS because there's like this heart button over the chat, you know, and if I have the chat window docked and next to the text, for some reason OBS or YouTube did not have the foresight to think that the chat like gets covered by that heart. It's like if you want me to put emojis in, it's okay, you can put it in the chat like thingy. It's like basic UI. Who thought of this? Okay, now I can see everything that everyone's writing. If Kumasawa shows back up with the rolling pin, better run. He better. Or like I would give Kumasawa the chancla, and if she came in with the chancla, Battler is not making out of that alive. Episode 2, Beatrice single element lecture voice. Like red text, full on, and like I also say this: you are incompetent. Truly a classic, like queen moment. Love it. Hi Yuppie, hello, happy time zone. Hello Tsuki, how you doing? There might be a slight delay. I mean, there is like a almost 1 minute delay. But that's apparently like a YouTube thing. So if it takes a while for me to respond to the chat, just know it's it's in part because the delay and all.
このベアトを知ることもまたやがてのベアトを知ることにつながる。そしてそれはこのおかしなゲームで最大の大駒と、あるいはこのゲーム版そのものを説明するかもしれない。謎多き魔女であるな。
Well, she said those words. Featherine wore a confident smile on her face. A sarcastic confidence, as though she already knew the answer wasn't changed.
ベアトリーチェ、話を聞きたいわ。
何でしょうか、エンジェさん。
Oh. And Anjay asked her a question. Beato, who had been reading a fragment book in the shadows of the library, jumped.
あなたはなんで後宮バトラをお父様と呼ぶの？
私という駒を生み出してくださったからです。
A piece. Okay.
ではどうして後宮バトラにそこまで尽くすの？駒は生み出した造物種に絶対服従しなくてはならないルールでもあるの？
Okay, so we're basically I think that was already like established in the previous streams, but I don't remember. So let me get this straight. The piece that we're seeing of Beato here was like an attempt to resurrect Game Master Beato, but she ended up being more of a piece. Did I get this right? She's like a piece similar to like how Erika is to Burn. Is that it?
そんなルールはない。
There's no such rule. Okay.
駒は道具、あるいはナイフだ。ゲームマスターが上手に扱えば便利な道具になる。しかし扱いを間違えれば自らを傷つけもする。道具になろうと凶器になろうと、そこに道具の意志はない。ただ結果があるだけだ。
じゃあどうしてあんたはお兄ちゃんにアームを尽くすの？ま
He
るで
likes
それ
him,
は
I guess.
あなたという駒の目的かのようだわ。
はい、それが私が生み出された目的だからです。
There was also a discussion of Chick Beato being Beato from before something. Someone who could have become Game Master Beato under some unstated circumstances. Yeah, right, there was also that. Sorry if I'm a little bit forgetful. I think the spaces of like the streams and how I've been lately have making me a little bit forgetful of what's happening with episode 6. Like it's been a while since I read the last episodes. Like it feels like it's been over a month, even though it's probably been like exactly a month. Maybe I should read with more frequency so that I don't forget key details like
あん
this.
たを生み出したお兄ちゃん自身がその目的を与えたの？
それは違う。バトラはゲームマスターとしてそういう役目を持った駒を
Okay, to be
盤上に
fair,
置いたに過ぎない。
when I did stream on Twitch, I used to like have the stream running on the side, like the VOD. And I'd also have like the YouTube comments to check and read to see what they were commenting. So I think it was a little bit easier for me to memorize what was going on a little bit better, because I would keep going back to the VODs, while with the YouTube live streams, I haven't been going back to them necessarily.
そして彼女という駒を生み出したのは
Not that I'm uninterested, it's just that I'm busy. I'm busy, and also I don't really have the incentive to remind me to check the VODs, because I don't really get comments there. I'm not... Before anyone asks, I'm not guilt-tripping anyone for not commenting, and I don't expect it, because the difference was that when I uploaded a VOD, it was treated as like a new video, so it was like new stuff and people could comment on it, right? While for live streams, like YouTube doesn't notify my subscribers about it. Like it only notifies, oh, it's been live, but then when it's gone, it's not even like in a main playlist. I've had people even asking me on the previous VODs, when will I start reading episode 6? And I've been like, and then I had to be like, oh, I've been reading them these past few weeks, like on YouTube directly, and they were like, oh, I didn't see anything about it, or like not even in a playlist. So I think this sudden change of format also like jumbled a little bit with the subscribers, because the majority of subscribers came in expecting VODs and not live streams. And to be honest, I didn't properly advertise it either, so a lot of it is on me. But as I've been reading, I've been considering going back to the VOD format, like mostly because, not because I don't like streaming on YouTube, it's just that I realized that because YouTube has now separated like lives from VODs, like it's no longer in the main video tab, people who can't make it to streams are not even aware that I'm reading episode 6, and that's unfortunate.
このゲームを生み出した最初のゲームマスターであるベアトリーチェ自身だ。
If it was like previously where the live streams were like previously, I'm more familiar with this just because I am also someone who likes to watch VTubers stream and the like, so a lot of like the VTubers that I follow previously, like all streams were also in the main video tab, so you could see it going to their page. But ever since they made the update to separate them, it's not been on the main video tab anymore, and I think that definitely affects things. Okay, sorry for the short ramble. Let's continue for now.
ややこしい話だわ。つまり、あんたはお兄ちゃんのことをお父様呼んでるけど、別に父親ってわけじゃないのね。あんたはお兄ちゃんに尽くさなければならないという親しみを込めてお父様と呼んでるだけだわ。
はい、そうだと思います。私という駒を盤上に置いてくださったのがお父様です。お父様が盤上に置かなければ私という駒の出番はありません。ですから私がここにこうして存在し、そして私の目的のために尽くせるのは全てお父様のおかげなのです。
なるほど。そしてそれはお父様と呼ぶのにふさわしいってわけね。じゃあ誰があんたにお兄ちゃんに尽くすように命じたの？
Herself, I guess.
それは初代ゲームマスターのベアト自身よね。ややこしい。
なぜにそなたは後宮バトラに尽くさねばならぬのかと尋ね、しかしそれを彼女に答えることはできぬ。
Because she
彼
doesn't
女に
know.
与えられたのは目的だけだ。その目的を与えた動機は与えた本人にしかわからぬのだから。
So Battler himself would know.
なるほど。それも考えてみるがいい人の子よってわけで、ついでにあんたにはもうその察しがついていて、ニヤニヤしながら私が悩んでいるのを見ているってわけだわ。
I'm just so tired. I love it. I love her so much. Quem é Onicha? Onicha é irmão mais velho da Ange. Então, Battler.
そなたは我が巫女としてつくづく優秀だ。
私はお父様に尽くします。私の存在がお父様の幸福のお役に立てる。それが私の一番の喜びです。
Honestly, I feel like I should look at Kubadorian Beatrice scenes again because I don't know if I'm remembering it wrong. Like the way this Beato speaks reminds me a little bit of the flashbacks we got in episode 6.
そして
At that point, Beato hesitated.
何？
And?
そして何を？
はい。そしてそれをいつかお父様にお認めいただければ。
Yes? Oh no, please
そ
don't.
れが私の一番の幸せなのです。
I thought for a second. Every time I have to click more times for the text to proceed, I'm like, oh god, did the game crash? Every time.
何よそれ。
You mean episode 3, the caged Beatrice who Rosa met? Yes, exactly. That's one of them. But we also got like a little flashback that Beato showed to Battler directly, and he made kind of insensitive comments about it that pissed Beato off enough for her to leave. I remember that's the part that made me really pissed at Battler. I remember having gotten a comment being like, why are you being so harsh to Bato? I was like, oh no.
尽くしたいってだけならまさに魔女の家具ねと言いたいところだけど、それを認めてもらいたい？それじゃ家具ってより
And more like a human. Anje stopped mid-sentence. That's less like a furniture and more like a human. You're just a girl. Yeah. She's just a girl who loves Oni-chan. It's that simple. I don't get it. The driving force behind this Beato is that of a girl who adores Oni-chan. But then, what does that make her? If the first Beato liked Oni-chan, then she would have adored him and devoted herself to him directly. Why would she create a piece of herself, a separate entity, to do it? Wow, sorry, I said titty. I didn't mean to say entity. As it stands, even if she does attract Oni-chan's attention, it will be towards the piece version of herself, not the creator who made that piece. If I ever like someone, I'll probably want to do things for them. But of course, I'd want to do those things myself. After all, I wouldn't want him to notice me. Well, about that, it's a love that will always go unrewarded no matter how devoted she is. And she's doing this out of her own free will. Beato's actions look no different from those of an average girl in love. She's devotedly doing all she can for him, dreaming that her kindness will eventually be acknowledged. I keep getting tongue twisted. Ugh. Why would Beato create a piece like this? I wonder. Maybe putting it in romantic terms is a bit too confusing. Let's try using food as an example. This would be as pointless as creating a piece to eat food for you. No matter how much food your piece eats on your behalf, you won't get any less hungry, right? You're the one who wants to eat. There's no reason to have a piece to do that in your place. For most jobs in this world, you can get someone else to do it for you. Well, however, with love and food alone, there can never be any point to letting another person do it in your place. That's right. This Beato was created as a piece because of an impossible reason. Though at a glance she looks just like a normal girl, the more I know about her, the less I understand, like she's an imaginary number.
お父様はそう呼ばれるのを嫌われていました。そしてお父様の望まれる私もそうは呼んでいませんでした。
そうね。かつてのあんたは誰が相手でも呼び捨てにしてたわ。
だからといってお父様を呼び捨てにはできません。せめてバトラさんと呼ぶように努力はしたいと思います。
あんなに冷たくされてよくめげないものね。
She probably has.
いえ、バトラさんは今大切なゲームに臨まれています。相手は大ベルンカステル教の駒。強敵。いよいよゲームが佳境に差し掛かろうというデリケートなところに私がしゃしゃり出てバトラさんが望まないお父様という言葉をかけてしまったのです。機嫌を崩されても無理ないことです。
Well, not that much happened these last few streams, so aside of like Erika throwing hands at Maria, like hammer, pulls out the hammer. Apparently Beata still wanted to devote herself to Battler, even after being treated in such a cold manner. Though to an outsider it might just look as though she's being snubbed, it doesn't faze her at all. It truly is the blindness of a girl in love. I would say it's more like a dedication.
それとも私に愛がないから見えない。
That could be it.
愛があれば見えぬものが見えることもあろうな。
But Beato once again immersed herself in the fragment book that the former Beato had written. She was trying to find something about the Beato that Battler desired. Anje shrugged, as though saying, well, I don't get it. Federine laughed when she saw this, hinting that an innocent young woman could never understand. Anje grumbled something back unhappily. Oh man, she's like, you have no binges. You wouldn't understand. Or you don't desire any binges, or you don't understand. Don't be so mean. Their exchange seemed to have had no effect whatsoever on Beato as she sat in the shadows of the library. I didn't laugh, sorry, that was me clearing my throat. After chasing all the others out, only Battler remained in the study. What is this sound? It's the rain outside, isn't it? There was no color in this dimly lit room. However, just for the short time that the plate of cookies had been placed there, the room had seemed a little cheery, at least. Battler's gaze drifted over to the table, which no longer had anything on it. When he did, the cookie plate that had been there until a second ago was revived. However, it was an illusion. Though the cookies could be looked at, they could not be touched, much less eaten. If Battler wished, he could make it possible to touch them or eat them, but it would be an empty sensation. It would only give the touch and taste that Battler desired. He no longer had any way of knowing what kind of cookies they had been. On the reception sofa across from Battler, a cloud of gold butterflies slowly gathered and took the form of the old Beato. Oh boy.
ほら食べろよ。わらわが珍しく手作りしたのだぞ。安心せよ。自信作であるぞ。
There's yes, I haven't seen him in a while. I haven't seen him in a
お嬢様
while.
の場合、むしろ自信作の方が不安になろうというものですな。
まったくだぜ。
It's been like a whole stream, so like over a month since I've
お
seen
前が
him.
作るクッキーなんて、どうせおかしな毒が入ってるに決まってら。
それは心外な。仮に入っていたとしても、そなたのあれがそうなってこうなっちゃうかもしれないって。
Oh, before we continue, can I just say, can we give a big shout out to Sayaka Ohara? Sorry if I mispronounced her name. Her range is incredible.
そういうことばかり普段からしているから、バトラ君に食べてもらえないのです。
For those who don't know, Sayaka Ohara is Beato's voice actress.
手料理に何か入れるなんて希望
She did an incredible job with Beato voice acting. She did! Oh wow, like Beato's voice is like one of my absolute favorite things in Umineko, and like a primary reason why I wanted to stick to the console version,
爪に髪の毛
or at least like this version,
にあんたたちだったら何を入れるの？
because like everyone's voice roles here is top tier, but Beato's voice acting just gives everything so much more oomph.
何も入れません。美味しく自分でいただいちゃいます。
You would also eat a croissant or eat by yourself.
だと思ったわ。あんたは出落ちなのよ、まったく。
でも女は3つの袋をつかめって言うし、胃袋は最初の第一歩よね。
Don't you love it? If you were seeing this scene in any of the question arcs, it would probably have chaotic, intense music, foreboding. But instead we're seeing so much sad voice.
次がお
Sorry, so much sad music
3つ目は
and
何
moods.
かしら。男を振り向かせるなら、身も心も魂さえも全てを私のために捧げさせたい。だからこそ私は手料理に全ての力と愛情を注ぎ込めるの。
いずれにせよ手料理を食べさせるのは古今不変の成功法と言えるだろうな。
バカバカしい。 そんな小細工をしないと男心一つつかめないなんて情けないったらありゃしないわ。へえ、お姉様が男心をどの程度おつかみになった経験がおありか聞いてみたいもん。
バトラー、何もおかしなもんは入ってないから食ってくれよ。わらわがそなたのためにクッキーを手作りするなんて二度とねえからさ。
There probably won't be another chance. Yeah, and that's why this whole scene is sad and not chaotic. I slowly stretched my hand out to the illusion of the cookie plate and touched it. Oh man, just sad. Just before I did, it became a cloud of gold butterflies and vanished into the darkness of the study. The illusions of Rondove and Virgilia also appeared. Put my husband back! However, the illusion of Beato alone still remained on the sofa.
何が不満か？
それも俺に言わせるつもりか。
新しきわらわがそなたの望んだ姿とあまりに違えば違うほど。わらわが二度とよみがえらぬ存在であることを思い知らされるから。
Yeah, isn't that really freaking sad?
であろう。いい女は逃したら二度と捕まらぬわ。今頃になってわらわがいい女だったと気づいたであろうが。
うるせえ。
Well,
お前なんか二度と現れなくてせいせいすら。
essa é a Faker Beatriz, a peça, sim. Beato lay sprawled on the sofa and looked up at the ceiling. Beato also turned his back and moved to the window. For a while, there was a silence.
分かってな。
そなたの期待するわらわはすでに消
分かってる。あのベアとは紛れもないお前自身ではあっても、お前はもう絶対に蘇らない。
わらわの魂とこの女らしさ、性格の良さ、気風の良さは魔女としての千年によって培われたものだ。それは全く同じ千年を経ぬ限り、わらわと同じにはなり得ぬ。
My soul, femininity, sparkling personality, and splendid character. Oh god.
すなわち、そなたがわらわを生み出そうと目論む時点で、すでに生い立ちが異なるのだ。
ああ、お前が絶対に蘇らないなんて。あの昭和のベルンカステルにバッチリ。
だが、期待しているのであろう。
Yes. He wants the girlfriend back.
新しきわらわがある非豆腐の角にでもコツンと頭をぶつけ、過去の記憶を取り戻して見事復活みたいなのを期待しているのであろう。そんな妄想プロット、今時ラノベだって通用せぬわ。
Oh, Beato, if only. If only! Oh boy, all the plots that we are getting nowadays in light novels and new anime. Oh boy. Okay, but Beato is like in the 80s, so he doesn't have the foresight.
うるせえ。お前だってかつて。
I came from the future, Beato. Please listen to me. New anime plots are even more absurd.
俺が思い出して気づくのをずっと待ってやがったじゃねえかよ。
Then what is it? Does this mean that our relationship is exactly the opposite of how it once was.
わらわもそなたがいつかはきっと気づく。そう信じてゲームを繰り返したこともあったがな。
どういう気持ちだったんだよ。
It felt like shit. She died.
お前が俺とゲームをしている時は。
自分の胸に聞けとはよく言ったものよ。
It hurts. If only she didn't look so much like you, I would have kept my cool a little better.
まあ好きにせよ。かつてわらわはそなたを災難もてあそんだ。今度はそなたがそれをわらわに復讐する番だ。新しきわらわは何もわからずおろおろとするのみ。見るも焼くもそなた次第よ。積年の恨みも晴れるであろうが。
お前自身が相手ならばさぞや気分も爽快だろうぜ。だがあのベアとは
It's not you.
お前じゃない。
わらわでないというなら誰なのか。
お前によく似た別人だ。
だが紛れもなくわらわでもあるぞ。
そうだな、お前自身であり、そして同時に別人なんだ。
She is an innocent beato.
ならば新しきわらわも災難なものよ。わらわの身代わりに慰み者とされておるわ。なんと気の毒なことか。
This man is on a very high copium, but I sympathize. I would be on very high copium too if Beato died. That might be the contradiction inside me. The new Beato seems like a different person, so I can accept her. Even though I know she's a different person, she keeps reminding me of Beato's face. Because they look the same.
ならばいっそあれはわらわの娘とでも思え。
娘？
わらわの血を引きし、うり二つの娘と解釈せよ。何しろわらわの分身であり、しかし1000年の経験を経ぬのだから、そう呼んでもおかしくはあるまい。
確かに。
Well, she does call you father.
わらわは死して娘を残し、そなたに託したと、そう思うのだ。
Where have we seen this before?
さす
I
ればそな
wonder.
たもあやつをどう受け止めればいいか、少しは考えやすいのではないか。
らしくもなくうまい例えをしやがって。
茶化すでない。あやつは我が娘だ。わらわが死んで残し、そなたに託した忘れがたみだ。わらわの面影を押し付けるも自由。恨みつらみをわらわの代わりにぶつけて慰み者としてもよい。
Where have we seen this before?
そなたの鬱憤も晴れようぞ。
Please no.
それが趣味でないというなら、わらわのように人の道を踏み外さぬよう正しく導くのもまた
A daughter born from Bato and Beato? Where have we seen something similar
あ
before?
やつはそなたに尽くすように生まれながらできておる。そなたが望めばどのような姿にだって変えられる。1000年の奇跡を経たならば、わらはそのものにさえなれるかもしれない。
かつてお前にされたようにひんむいて鎖で引っ張り回すことさえ。
Don't do that to your daughter?
そうだな。今ならばそれ以上の非道なる所業さえ
Oh no.
可能であろうぞ。
I don't think Bato is very on board. Yes, she is exactly the same person, the same piece which was created once more by the rule called Beatrice. However, when I'm unable to accept it that way, I can think of her as Beato's daughter, finding a clear guidepost for how to interact with her and smooth the uncertainty in my heart. Finally, I understand how cruel I was to her then. My tears poured to the ground, and when I followed them with my eyes, I noticed that a white business card had fallen onto the floor. It was the message card that had adorned those cookies. I rushed her, telling her to clean up and leave right away, which was probably why it had fallen to the floor unnoticed. I picked it up and read the message on it. It was extremely short, pure, and sincere. It's so clear that I should be able to read it. However, it's blurred with tears, and I can't see anything. Oh boy, art direction. Love it, actually. Unironically love it. Man, being battler is suffering, isn't it, you guys? The flood of light and sound slowly dissipated. The silence that followed was not interrupted even by the sound of wind and rain outside that had once been present. Both Jessica and George timidly opened their eyes. Where in the world is this? It's very purple. Someone turned the purple filter very high up. It was a strange room they had never seen before. Like, who put the layer on color mode with a purple color? It looked like a Western-style smoking room. Its furnishing were stylish and expensive. It felt like the room of some dignified person who really loves to use the color mode on Photoshop or Clip Studio. There was a set of black tea on the table as well as a chessboard, which seemed to be halfway through a game. However, there was something strangely out of place. The black and white checkerboard pattern made it feel like a chess, but it looked like a very similar yet totally different game that no one knew of. And similar to how it looked like chess and not like chess, the furnishing of this room, no, the room itself, though it seemed like a Western smoking room, it also felt something like something completely different.
一体ジェシカちゃんにカノン君もシャノンはどこに
He's like, where's my beloved?
私はここにおります。
Oh, there she is. My baby. Yes.
お嬢様。
Both babies are here.
このような場所にお連れしたことをお詫びいたします。
一体何がどうなってるんだい
possibly murder.
シャノンが取り出した蝶の羽のようなものが眩しく光り出したと思ったら
私もだぜ。カノン君が黄金蝶のブローチとかいうのを取り出したらそれが輝き出して。
お嬢様、ジョージさん、まずはご無礼をお許しください。そしてどうか落ち着いてください。これから不思議なことが起こります。その不思議な存在は私たちを試すでしょう。
試す？それがひょっとしてさっき君が言っていた僕たちが結ばれるために乗り越えなくてはならない試練。
Well, I guess it begins now.
というやつなのかい？
試練？
お嬢様にはまだ説明していませんでした。お詫びします。しかしどうか先ほどのお嬢様の言葉が本当なら どうか力を貸してください。僕も精一杯頑張りますから。どうか。
Okay, dear.
私にはさっきから、何、ジョージ兄さんは何か知ってるの？
一応はね、今の状況を君同様に驚いてはいる。
I just imagine George as the Naruto, I understand what you're saying, and then like you know that image from Pop Team Epic, George as I think it's Popko, yes, who's like, I understand, really, I understand everything, and then like there's an arrow saying like understands nothing.
しかしこれが避けられぬ試練で僕たちに不可欠だというならば、僕は何が訪れようとも受けて立つつもりだよ。
Oh, they're going to play Golden Fantasia, I guess. So I haven't really seen much of Golden Fantasia because, again, I don't want to get spoiled. But I do know it's like a duo fighting game, and I've seen like a few gifs, but that's about it. The two of them brought the house of the broken golden butterfly brooch closer to each other. As they grew closer, the strength of their bright yellow radiance increased.
ジェシカちゃんもどうか心の準備をしてほしい。僕にはすでにその準備がある。
My legs are prepared.
どういうことだよ。私にはさっぱりだぜ。一体何が起こってるんだ？
You won't soon know.
愛し合う二人のための試練。
George looks really freaking prepared. Look at him. George spoke those awkward seeming words quickly and easily. He's like, I am ready to murder. It was such an embarrassing line that Jessica couldn't help turning red. But the expression on George's face was so serious that it was almost grim, forced her to tense up as well. I mean, look at his sprite. He is very ready to throw legs. I was going to say throw hands, but he throws legs. Shannon and Kanon were just as serious. With a glow in their eyes, as though they were taking part in a sacred duel, the pair of them brought the two gold butterfly wings together. Then, the wings they held became a single brooch and regained their magical power. An even more intense light filled the room, and the scene was burned into the retinas of all present. As the brooch shattered and two shining things flew out of it. God. Do tell, what the heck's going on?
人は愛のために生きるのです。そう、愛こそは世界なり。
愛の力のなんと偉大なことか。
I'm sorry?
愛こそは全てなり。
What's going on? Suddenly the voice of two people they had never heard before rang out. I never heard them either, so I'm like, what was it? Who were they? Never mind. We've seen them in the intro. George and Jessica nervously opened their eyes. When they did, they saw that two demons had appeared there. Almost as though the two halves of the brooch had become them.
おや、おかしいぞフルフル。どうして我らはこのようなところに？
Oh my god, the voice is so good.
本当に不思議ですわ。ゼパル、人間と家具しかいない。魔女はどこ？私たちを呼び出すにふさわしい魔女の姿はどこに？
Good question.
僕たちは契約の魔女の名前をよく覚えているはずさ。呼んでみようじゃないか、フルフル。
そうね、ゼパル。私たちは契約の魔女。黄金の魔女の名前を知っている。
じゃあ呼んでみよう。
ベアトリーチェ。
Oh, that was perfect. Like, you don't see them spinning for real, but I just imagine them spinning in perfect sync. Considering their exaggerated theatrical manner and their slightly comical style of talking, it'd probably be hard to comprehend their great power at this point. Honestly, first impressions, I already really like them both. Team Umineko, Team Rocket, I think it's more. Oh! When the two demons called Beatrice's name, a cyclone of gold butterflies picked up throughout the room. Then it took the form of two golden witches. Z and F are like if instead of making furniture out of a cold stake holding things, a wizard tried to make furniture out of that I see no difference but love is love meme JPEG. It's great.
ベアトリーチェがたまには二人だっておかしくはないさ。
こやつはわらわの分身にして妹だ。二人は同じにして一人と同じ。
はじめまして。
Oh, she's so cute!
お久しぶりです。ベアトリーチェ様。
私は夢を見ているの。
Jessica is already like, please get me out.
しかし、呆然自失するにはまだ早いよ。
Unlike Jessica, George had maintained his composure even during this bizarre scene. I just imagine George as the screams inside. After all, Shannon had already told him what would happen next.
契約の悪魔たちよ、久しぶりであるな、ゼパル。それにフルフル。
ああ、お久しぶり。君は相変わらず元気そうだね。
それにしても可愛らしい妹君。
Oh my god.
潤んだそのみずみずしい瞳は水蜜糖の味がするんじゃないかし
The
ら。
placements of the sprites alone are so well done.
どうでしょうか。
However, I want to check something, and I want to check. Show enters through tiles. I kind of want to check what both of their pronouns are. Okay, see anything here? Upon tame boys is of a different gender than Furfur. One of the 72 great demons controls love and tests through trials. Furfur becomes endless, inexhaustible offensive power upon the maker of the contract, giving them enough courage to fearlessly overcome any barriers to their love. A trainer of love who teaches tame boys the taste of flesh. This is of a different gender than Zepar. Okay, so it's not specified. Zephyr and Furfur latched onto Beata from either side, wearing strange smile. Each movement they made was exaggerated yet polished, as though they were acting out a play.
それくらいにしておけ、契約の悪魔たちよ。その悪ふざけも今宵限りで見納めとはな。
Since I don't know, I'll just refer to both with they them pronouns for now, so
寂しいものだ。
見納めとは。
僕たちのよりしろのブローチはもう壊されてしまったからね。
It's a mystery. Okay, so I assume it's meant to be up for interpretation.
つまりこれでもお役御免というわけ。はあ、今まで本当に楽しかったわ、ベアトリーチェ。
でも契約時の取り決めでね、最後の別れにもう一度だけ力を貸さねばならないと決まっていたのさ。
だからこれが正真正銘最後の奇跡。
愛の奇跡は一度で十分だって永久の愛に二度目は不要なのだから。
Eternal love, yeah. Well, they got a point.
愛し合う男女たちよ。ここに集いしは奇跡なくして恋を成就できぬ呪われし者たち。その奇跡を与える黄金蝶のブローチの力は泣こうがわめこうが今宵限り最後のチャンス。
Oh, I miss listening to Fishy Aroma
それは
in
一
action.
組のつがいにしか与えられぬ。
僕は負けないよ。
お互い頑張ろうね。
Shannon and Kanan exchanged serious gazes. Both had already readied themselves to fight for the sake of their love.
よくわからねえけどよ、おかしな悪魔の力なんて世話になる気はねえぜ。
Jessica was finally starting to figure this place out. Those demons were probably planning to pit her and Canon against George and Shannon.
はっきり言わせてもらうが、余計なお世話だぜ。私とカノン君の仲は私とカノン君でどうにかする。怪しげな悪魔の世話になんかなる義理はさらさらねえぜ。
お嬢様、聞いてください。この試練を乗り越えなければ僕たちは結ばれないのです。
I just imagine Jessica's ready to throw fists and Canon is like gently holding her arm like, wait, please wait, don't throw fists yet. Listen to me.
Jessica, 受け入れよ。
Like, Jessica is definitely the one, the one who carries Canon. Although, vice versa probably also happens. I can imagine Jessica wants to be carried by Canon as well. So let them both carry each other.
家具とか人間とか勝手に言ってろってんだ。私たちには何の関係もねえぜ。
お嬢様にはまだ話していないの？
どう説明すればいいか。
He's like, well, how should I put this? I look like the grounded guy. How do I tell her that I made a contract with a witch and their demons want us to fight my sister and her cousin?
カノン君もシャノンもジョージ兄さんもどうしてこんなうさんくさい話に耳を貸してんだ。人の恋路を邪魔するやつは馬に蹴られて死ねって決まってんだぜ。なんで悪魔たちに認められなきゃならねえんだよ。余計なお世話だぜ。
さては困った分からず屋がいたものよ。このままゲームを始めてもよいが、それではフェアとは言えぬな。
説明してあげてもいいのではない私にもよくわかりません。ジェシカさんとカノンさんの恋に何か問題でもあるというのですか？
Jessica's been asking this question since like episode 2. Yeah, pretty much she has.
どうやら君も君たちも何も分かっていないようだね。
私たちに祝福されれば二人の恋をゆっくり育むことができるの。うさんくさい悪魔も何にも関係ないわ。
でももし僕らに祝福されなければ君たちの恋路は消えてなくなり、枯れてしおれて消えてしまう。
なんでそんなことが言えるんだよ。
Jessica's so tired. It's been like 2, 3, 4, 5. It's been like 4 episodes and she still doesn't know.
認めないのも自由、抗わないことだって自由。
抗わないとどうなるんですか？
恋路が終わると抽象的な言い方では納得すまい。はて、どう説明すればそなたの運命の袋小路を説明できるのか。
後ろ宮ジェシカ、君が信じているよりはるかに君たちの未来は善と多難。
Alright.
魔法の奇跡が得られなかったなら必ずや二人に災いが訪れるの。
そしてそれがかぶり二人を破綻させる。わらわもその過程を詳細に語るほど無粋ではない。しかしジェシカが信じぬというなら破綻の最後だけ語ろう。
Divorce.
カノンは使用人をやめこの島を去る。
Oh, okay, so permanent separation.
君は島を出て思い人を探す旅に出るだろうね。しかしそれは決して報われない。は
あ、そうしてあなたは嘆いて恨むの。
誰を？
あなたを。
僕をかい？いいえ、今のあなたを。
Oh no! Oh no! We got a glitch! With a dramatic gesture, the two of them pointed at Jessica. They were saying that if she left, the person left with regrets would be Jessica herself. So basically, if you don't fight for the love that you want to earn this relationship, then the relationship will end with permanent separation, which, you know, makes sense.
思い人を失ったあなたはその時気づくわ。思いを遂げる試練を逃げたあの時の自分が憎いって。
そうさ、僕たちは未来の君からのメッセンジャー。どうか今のこの瞬間を君の恋に真剣になって戦いに臨んでほしい。
もしあなたが未来の自分のメッセージに耳を貸さないならば、
王を飲み込む愚かな蛇はそのままどんどん飲み込み続け。
永遠の苦悩の輪廻は自らを飲み込み消えるのみよ。
So simply, you will perish. Jessica is so done with everything. Yeah, she is very, very done, but well, actually, when seeing all this, knowing the family history, or at least to a degree, from episode 1 to 4, sorry, 5 even? Yeah, you kind of will want to fight for that relationship. Jessica's confusion showed on her face as anger. However, a memory of something she'd heard a long time ago welled up in the back of her mind. That is... Unlike Ne-san, I don't plan on working here for many years. After just a few years, or possibly, if Ne-san ever decides to stop working here, I think I'll stop working too.
そなたが魔法の奇跡をシャノンとジョージに譲るなら、二人は結ばれ、
And will leave the island.
そしてカノンもまた島を出る。それは避け得ぬ運命なのだ。
では魔法の奇跡を得られたなら。
無論カノンは島にとどまり、いつまでもジェシカのそばにいる。ジェシカが望んだ音楽活動とやらも一緒に始められるだろう。
He will start to learn guitar.
それ以上の関係にどう進むかは愛し合う二人の問題だ。
But what happens to George and Shannon is the
ジェシ
question.
カが望むように二人だけでゆっくりと関係を育めばよい。
ただその場合は私とジョージさんもまた結ばれません。
僕たちは自らの幸せと未来をかけて戦わねばならぬ運命なんです。
ふざけるなよ。
Well?
なんだよそれ。つまり自分たちが結ばれれば必ず相手は破綻するのか。
She's probably going to ask why that is,
そ
so
んな悪魔のゲーム冗談じゃねえぜ。
I'll just sit back and listen.
そなたらが奪い合うゲームではない。黄金蝶のブローチの力がなければ、そもそもどちらの恋も実らぬ運命なのだ。
誰がそんな運命を決めたんだよ。
恋を許されぬ家具に恋したそなたらの罪ゆえにだ。カノンはそなたにはっきりと家具は恋をする資格がないと拒んだはず。そなたはそれを承知でカノンを恋の相手に選んだのだ。知らぬとは言わせぬ。
Oh, so yeah, she's basically saying you were warned. Though she couldn't accept any of it, Jessica wasn't able to argue back because she was warned. Well, Beato is not wrong. Then George spoke up with that soft tone that he always used to smooth things over. However, his expression was still ruthlessly serious.
ジェシカちゃん、こう考えないかい？
考えるって何を？
僕はね、どんな試練も障害も全て乗り越えて結ばれようという覚悟を持っているよ。君はどうだい？
そりゃ私だって多少のことでへこたれるほど嫌わなつもりはねえぜ。
ならそういうことだよ。僕たちは今試されているのさ。僕たちがどれだけ気持ちの強さを示せるか ということをね。
Tested to see who can display the strength of our feelings more strongly.
ジョージ兄さんはこのわけのわからない話で納得してるっていうのかよ。
Well, we've seen in episode 4 he's willing to sacrifice the entire family for Shannon,
納
so
得なんか必要ないよ。
well,
僕はシャノンと結ばれるために全ての試練と障害と戦うことを婚約指輪にかけて誓った。どんな理不尽な到底理解できない試練であっても僕に退くという選択肢はないね。
George spoke clearly, then looked at Jessica with a cold gaze. By now, Jessica almost understood. If she kept on grumbling and avoiding the demon's trial, the game between the two groups would automatically end with her defeat by default. In other words, George and Shannon would win. Then they would gain the miracle of magic, their love would be completed, and Jessica and Kanon would split apart, with Kanon eventually leaving the island and never seeing her again.
僕にとって
Rough!
君がこの試練を辞退してくれるならこれほど嬉しいことはないんだ。君と戦わなくて済むからね。
And you would win by default.
そして君のカノン君への思いはその程度のものだったんだねと蔑む。
It seems as though George spoke ruthlessly, but he was actually being exceptionally fair. If Jessica lost by default, she would never be able to clear away her lingering regrets. That would leave a bad aftertaste for George as well.
僕たちはたった一つの奇跡をめぐって正々堂々と戦わなくちゃならない。その結果、仮に僕が敗れたとしても互いがベストを尽くして戦った上での結果なら諦めがつく。そしてだからこそ心の底から相手を祝福できるんだ。
ジョージの覚悟なかなかのものよ。
そこまで言われて。
君は逃げ出すのかい？
If you wanna be with Kanon, you have to throw your fists, girl. The two demons giggled and challenged her. Of course, George didn't laugh, but he still challenged her with a cold eyes.
シャノンは
お許しください、お嬢様。私はジョージさんと結ばれるために一歩たりとも引かない覚悟です。たとえ私の思いを貫くことがお嬢様の恋路を閉ざすことを知っていようとも。
Shannon had never before spoken to Jessica with such serious and solemn words. Jessica realized what a strong will had dwelt within her usually weak and clumsy friend and was surprised.
カノン君。
僕はお嬢様と新しい人生を歩みたいです。その歩みが
The sprite placement is so nice because now it just makes me think that he's like holding her hand.
姉さんの幸せを踏み越えていくことを意味しようとも僕はここを引きたくない。
Kanon was also doing all he could to restrain himself. Yeah, yes, all of them were being serious and frank, and abandoning any naivete they might have possessed. All this about golden butterfly brooches and miracles of magic, and the trial that the demons were giving them. None of it mattered. Only one thing was being tested, whether or not they possessed the strong will to make their love come true. Jessica clenched her fist and hung her head, shaking while biting her lower lip. She was silent, but she would probably gain an unswerving will of steel before too long. She just needed a little time first. The two demons who taunted people with dramatic gestures did not violate the silence that Jessica needed to resolve herself. Love brings about conflict, and this conflict gives rise to determination. As the demons of love, they could understand more fully than any others how noble that determination was.
ジェシカさん。そしてその魔法の奇跡はそなたであっても享受できるものであるぞ。私にもそれはどういう。
if we recall, in episode 4, George was willing to sacrifice the entire family for Shannon's sake. So we do know he has the steel resolve to, like, even if it means crushing others in his family that he may love, if it means being with Shannon, then he will do it. While Jessica was like, I can't sacrifice either my family or Kanon, so I will die myself. And it does feel like a part of her wants to say, no, I just want both to prosper. And she did actually start picking a fight with Renove because she was like, I will save everybody, including myself. Which was pretty banger, of course, but it's very idealized, right? It's very naive. Unfortunately. She had thought this has been about 2 pairs of lovers. Beata was surprised to suddenly hear that this had something to do with her as well.
黄金蝶のブローチの奇跡はそなたの願い、バトラへの行為を認められたいという願いさえも叶えることはたやすい。そしてその奇跡なくして結ばれることもまたない。
Could this... Oh.
君も蚊帳の外じゃないということさ。
You're no outside. Oh my god, so Beato has to fight too.
愛の沼を渡りきりたい。あなたの望みのはず。
僕たちは君の願いだって決してないがしろにしたりはしない。
そなたとバトラの関係とてやがてはただれ鎖をいくら楽観的なそなたであっても何かの奇跡がない限りやがてはそのような運命を迎えることをすでに理解しているはずだ。それは
Beato hung her head sadly. She hadn't wanted to lose heart from that cookie incident. However, it would have been a massive lie to say that it hadn't hurt her. The more she tried to get close to Battler, the more she hurt him. However, she had been born in order to get close to Battler. She was like a hedgehog, freezing in the cold and bunching together for warmth. She had approached him because of love and had been hurt for it.
そこまで分かっているなら奇跡に託すのもまた一興というものよ。川の宝くじに当たりなしとも言うでな。ゼパル、フルフル、このわらわの妹も加えよ。
Oh my god, we're getting a 3-way fight.
ああ、もちろん。
よろしく。もう一人のベアトリーチェ。私たちは初めからあなたも加えるつもりでいましたわ。
Oh no!
なぜなら僕らはゼパルとフルフル、愛を司る悪魔だから。
私も参加してもよろしいのでしょうか。
君が望むならいいんじゃないかい。誰であっても僕は拒まないよ。全ての障害に勝利し、全員に僕たちを祝福させる。
Oh no!
もちろん逆でもさ、全力の僕たちを退けて成し得た恋ならば、僕もシャノンも心の底から勝利した2人を祝福することを約束するよね、シャノン。
はい、私たちは負けません。そして負けても心の底から祝福します。
僕も同じです。僕は負けません。
いけねえ喧嘩だってんなら買おうじゃねえかよ。私もカノン君も不先輩ってのだけはごめんだぜ。
Oh no, so this is like a full Smash Brothers free for all arena. Like, you know, teams, you have like 2 teams plus Beato alone.
それはそなたもだな。
Unless Battler suddenly appears, then
はい、お父様に。あ、いえ、バトラーさんに私を認めてもらえる可能性がわずかでもいただけるなら、私もそれに自らをかけたいと思います。
よくぞ言った。それでこそ我が妹。 ゼパル、フルフル。
Oh boy.
役者は揃ったぞ。
All three.
それでは始めようか、フルフル。
Then I wonder who will win.
始めましょう。ゼパル。
Like, adding in Beato makes me like, oh shit, now I have really no idea who to win and whom even to root for.
巡っての愛し合う者たちの試練を。
And boy, this actually looks like a really good time to wrap up stream because it's almost 10 p.m, like 15 minutes left. But at the same time, I've only been reading for like approximately an hour and a half. So I'm like on the fence a little bit. I actually want to have like an additional 30 minutes like before I go to sleep because I didn't get to do my journaling yet for today, and also because I want to like turn down the adrenaline a little bit before I sleep. But I also feel self-conscious if the stream has been too short for that reason. Especially because in this stream I haven't really said much. Let me just still save just in case. It really hasn't been a oh boy, it hasn't been a long time since I've been reading. I want to check how many people, like, not people, but how long I've been streaming. 2 hours and 30 minutes approximately. Is it? 2 hours and 30 minutes, that long? No. It's been like a bit over an hour. But not that much. Okay, let me just see a little bit of the scene and then I'll start wrapping up like when it hits 10 p.m. It was empty. Was very quiet there. Pressing her ear against the wall wouldn't help but listening on the voices in the cousin room. Just to make up anything.
前回は私の部屋はいとこ部屋の隣だったのに。
For me, it says you've been streaming an hour and 43 minutes. Yeah, pretty much. That should be about correct. Because I switched over to the main screen at about like 8:20. So kinda checks out. But like I said, I do want to go to bed in time. And I want to still do some journaling before I sleep. Oh boy, I really am on the fence if I should continue reading or not. Because the thing is, Umineko scenes aren't short, so it's so if the scene was short, I'd be like, ah, fuck it, let's go and read it. Okay, then I think for the remaining like 10-15 minutes, I'll go over to the just chatting portion of the stream and like just talk a little bit with you guys. Like, there's some updates that I do want to talk about, so I think it's only fair if I go over to the just chatting portion, especially because I plan on going on about a 1, 2, possibly even potentially 3 weeks of stream break for a while, and I do want to like explain why and what's like coming up soon, so let me switch over to the just chatting portion. And turn down the volume. Ah! Whoops. Sorry, didn't mean to blast it. Ah! Didn't mean to blast your ears with the desktop audio. And let's put the normal audio back on. And there we go. So Okay, I'm very much aware this was a very short time to read. I think when it comes to Umineko streams, I think I'll try to schedule them at 7:30 p.m. after all, instead of like 8, because I do feel like the time I stream Umineko, like 1 hour and a half, is not nearly enough to read the scenes. And I do think Umineko benefits from like longer streaming times. Sure, maybe it leads me to like react to scenes and read scenes and leave like VODs in a more bite-sized length. But at the same time, I'm like, oh shit, it's only been like 2-3 scenes and I'm already like going off. While for the previous VODs, I'd be like awake until God knows when. Like I have VODs going up to 4 hours and 5. Okay, but to be fair, when I was reading Umineko before, I actually was able to stay up later because we could sleep later, like me and my boyfriend. But the current problem is, even if I don't have to sleep early, by the mere fact that my workstation is in the bedroom and my boyfriend is technically like on an academic training for a new job. He's training for a new job, let's put it that way. And studying also, which takes about like an year, but it also means he has to wake up at 6 a.m. So it means even if I don't have to sleep early, I have to finish streaming at 10:30 p.m. latest, so that we can go to bed on time. Like, it's a little bit tricky, and I can't say when I'll be able to, when we, both of us, are able to move to a larger place where we'll have a separate room for our workstations both, so that if any one of us has to stream for longer, that none of us has a workstation in the bedroom and can sleep whenever, right? So that's basically the problem that I have right now. That automatically, because my workstation is in the bedroom, I have to go to bed. I have to finish by 10:30 p.m. There's like no way around it. And like, it's not something that really upsets me because it helps me keep to a sleep schedule, I suppose. But at the same time, I feel like when it comes at the very minimum for Umineko streams, I think it would benefit if I would move to the old hours. So like 19:30, how I used to stream before. Especially because of a work like Umineko and because I like to leave the loading screen for a while, like just to give me buffering time to like post that I'm live on all the platforms that I'm on, and to like prepare any snacks if necessary. So you can like retract like 20 minutes to 10 minutes on every read-through. So I think I will actually do that I'll move Umineko streams to 7:30 p.m. Central European time, so 30 minutes before the time that I have been starting streams lately. Sure, it might mean that people in different time zones still can't make it, because European time zones debuff it do be very real, you guys. But at least it gives me more room to read, you know, and be like less, oh no, when does this scene end, so that we can go to bed and whatever. I think I'll still have that problem, even with plus 30 minutes. But, you know, it gives me at least more time for everything else. So, that aside, I think I'll still finish reading episode 6 on YouTube. But I'm considering actually moving the streams back to Twitch. Because it really bothers me that YouTube hides when I go, like hides the VODs and doesn't put them in the main video tab. That really freaking annoys me, because I think I don't know if people know, but basically the Umineko VODs are my most watched content in my channel. Like, let's see. Like the minimum that I have Umineko VOD views on is like at minimum at 486 or like 500 plus. That's like the average view on an Umineko VOD, and some which reach like thousands, which makes me so happy that it's so well received, at least to an extent. I mean, I know 1,000 is not that much considering that I'm a very small YouTuber with not a very high follower count. However, it's still more than the views that I get on lives, and I know exactly why. Like I said, someone in a previous VOD has commented, when will I start reading episode 6, because I haven't been seeing any of your videos for episode 6. And that was simply because of YouTube's update in separating live streams and normal videos from the main tab. I'm going to see if there's like a setting to merge them, because I think that's going to like affect channel stuff. So, okay. That all aside, on all the streaming, rambling and stuff. So, like I said on the beginning of the stream, I will be taking a break from streaming for a while. I'm going to assume it's going to take a week or two, but it could also be possible that it's like 3 weeks. Because here's the thing. Here's an update for you guys of what I'm actually planning to do. So, for those who don't know, I am planning to start freelancing within June. So, I need to get everything sorted so that I can get my freelancing stuff all going, like to be more content creating focused. So the streams are still mostly as a hobby, so sure, Twitch, you can also sub there, and the subs do help with funding things, so there is like a content aware kind of streaming in there kind of mindset to a degree, but it's still mostly hobby. However, I don't actually know if the people who watch my Umineko VODs or streams know, but I am mainly an artist first and streamer second, everything else. My main thing and main business model is art, and that's what I mainly invest time in, which is why I'm much more active on Twitter and Instagram and in part TikTok and the like. Why TikTok? How does that make sense? Because TikTok is a very good place to like do a little bit of self-promo. And yeah, so I do need to focus my time to get all of the freelancing stuff sorted, which also means getting my Patreon's relaunch prepared, to ask about any, like, get stuff with the government sorted in terms of possibly opening an online shop. I mean, that's pretty much guaranteed. Good news that I can give to everybody who's here on the stream is that I'm going to start making merch again and tabling at conventions. So if you hang around in German conventions, you will find me there. I haven't registered to any. I am planning to sign up for a German convention within this year still. If I get taken, I don't know. That will depend on how I pass the screening, but I will be launching an online shop, so like probably an Etsy first, and if it goes well enough, I will like make my own website and everything. And in that merch, I have been thinking of making Umineko merch as well, but for that I need like the interest check. And the majority of people who have been seeing my Umineko VODs and streams, I don't think they are aware that I'm an artist. So kind of shout outs to be like, if you want to see my art, You can go to my Twitter and Instagram and TikTok if you want to. Sorry, my alarm. Yeah, that was my alarm at 10 p.m. I have an alarm for that hour. So yeah, if you are interested in my artwork, you should go to my Twitter, Instagram, or TikTok and follow me there because I'm much more active on those platforms. Like so very much more active than on YouTube and Twitch combined. And for me to make merch and to start freelancing and actually take it as my future job, basically, it's very important that I make merch that actually sells. So I will be gearing my merch towards a little bit on the mainstream, but I do want to make niche merch as well, like Umineko. I really do, because it's the niche stuff is unfortunately also the stuff I'm most interested in. So, but I also don't want to make merch, spend a lot of money in it, and then just have it sitting collecting dust. I've had that problem before. So if you are interested in seeing Umineko merch from me, you need to actually play a hand in the market, is what I'm saying. I'm not saying buy my stuff, but if I see there's enough interest, I'll consider making more Umineko merch than I already intend to make. So yeah, that's one big news that I have, that I'm going to start making merch soon, and that I'm going to start taking commissions as well. I will be focusing more on content creating. And I have decided that I will have this YouTube channel for VODs and for streams possibly, but I will make a separate channel for shorts and maybe for scripted videos. The separate short channel is already confirmed that I'll make because all of the things that I've been posting on TikTok and Instagram have been shorts. And the shorts don't really fit the content that I post on my main channel here, which is mostly art focused. And the things that usually get posted more in this channel are VODs of games that I play or visual novels that I read. Sure, I post art stream archives, but it's rare. It's usually like streams that I do actually want to have on YouTube, like just to have an archive. But I rarely ever upload art stream VODs, even though that's like the thing that I stream every single week, every Tuesday. So if you follow my shorts channel, I will also have like shorts of streams, obviously, so including Umineko streams, but it will mostly be art focused. Then the other thing that I'm planning to do is making my Discord server semi-public. So for those who have been asking me in the chat, where's my Discord server? It is coming. Folks, it is coming. It's on the way. I'll still make it kinda semi-public, like I'll make a public post for a limited time and let people come in and then close, like delete the post. Because at this time, I don't have mods yet, and I want to like control the influx a little bit because I don't think I can handle too many users at once. I want to like control the influx a little bit. So, like, I think I'll have a link to the Discord server for like coffee donation messages, for Patreon thank you messages, Throne thank you messages, and I think I'll eventually implement MooBot to have a command to give a link for Discord. It's not that I'm saying that PayPal, like my Discord server is paywalled. I will make it so that by simply following my Patreon, like not even like donating to a tier, like simply following, there's that thing in Patreon for real, like you can see posts and make it only available for followers, even for free. So basically, if you follow the Patreon, you will get a thank you message with the Discord server. And you can also see like Patreon only posts that I do for free, which will normally be like update posts and the like. And for certain streams, I'll have the moobot command with the Discord link. But so that you know, I'm still a little bit hesitant on making my Discord server fully public because I'm a little bit anxious on having too much of an influx of people. That said, that is the majority of news that I have to share, and and that's like the main reason I'm going on a small streaming hiatus, so that I can get all of this sorted. And the other reason is simply just to have a break for a little bit for my brain, because honestly, all the streams that I've been doing lately, I've noticed like the beginning signs that I'm like getting a little bit tired. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to pull back a little while so that you can have me on streams more proactive, I'll put it like that, and more like me and less exasperated. So yeah, that's the gist of it. I think that's pretty much all that I had to announce. All the big things that I had to announce, but like I'm gonna give a very quick recap of what all the points are. So A, I'm making a separate channel for shorts, which will mostly be art shorts, but will include shorts of and clips of streams. I will relaunch my Patreon. I will start freelancing, which includes commissions. I will start tabling at conventions again, and I will start making merch. And also sell it online on an Etsy / my own online store. So those are the 5 main things that I had to announce. And I hope you guys will look forward to it. I really hope so. And yeah, that's pretty much it for now. So it's like almost 10 p.m. So I will start like closing out the stream for now. And I can't give a date for the next Umineko stream, but keep an eye out on either my Twitter for a schedule post or on my community tab on YouTube. I will post when I will be back with a stream schedule, and you will see when I will next do Umineko, okay? Or like, if you're interested in my other streams on Twitch, like Art or Yakuza 0, or like open lobby fighting game streams, do consider like checking out my Twitter or my Instagram and community posts. Okay then, everybody. Thank you very much for you guys having come today, for having come tonight. I hope you had a good time, even if I was a little bit more quiet this time and I'm reading a little bit in a snail pace, and that I got very rambly towards the end with the just chatting portion, but this is a just chatting portion, so it makes sense that I talk a lot. And I wish you guys all a good night. Bye bye!